This is the Night Owls Disc Golf Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm JP.
Welcome back, JP.
Yeah, welcome back, Shane.
Yeah. So we're back again, and doordisc.com, night_owl_pod, or door_disc_golf Instagram handles. I like
kind of flip that around.
Did I say that right?
Well, no, because usually I think you go Instagram handles first and then door disc.
I think so.
Yeah,
it was weird. It threw me off because then I had to think about the handles.
I saw the confused look on your face for a second.
It didn't come out. So, all right. Well, I'll finish it up with doordisc.com once again, where you can get all your disc golf needs. And here's some interesting fact: if you're quick on the button with the mouse, with the clickers, or your fingers, we do have some pretty exciting stuff with MVP. That we got some misprints of the retooled time lapse.
Yeah.
And I guess they're pretty sought after because they've been going like crazy. So they're in-house, they're listed, they're flying off the shelf already. So I doubt there'll be any left after when you hear this. But if there are, they're on the site. All right. With all that being said, let me start off with a head scratcher.
Okay.
A brain tingler.
Ooh.
Swag and disc golf.
Swag and disc golf.
Why does it suck so much?
Oh.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay.
Why is there no decent swag in disc golf?
I don't know. Funny you bring this up because there's some people complaining the other. It's not really swag, I would say, but there's some people in the Discmania group complaining that they're not getting Jolly Ranchers or stickers anymore in their boxes.
Right?
Yeah. That all changed once they moved everything.
Discs.
Yeah.
See, damn you.
Yeah. No, but. You know what? Like the best swag I've ever gotten. I mean, it was from DDO. Mm-hmm. I mean, like because they just went all out. I mean, I got a bag. Mm-hmm. I got Birdie coffee. Mm-hmm. A blanket, a hat, a shirt, some discs. Mm-hmm. I forgot what else. There's like some pencils and like some other stuff. I mean, you're paying a lot to go to that tournament,
right?
But like, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And it was the first time they released the paratrooper bag.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So that's what we ended up getting. And like everybody from whatever state you were from, you got your state flag
yes.
on the bag, which was really cool. And I remember some people that were like seeking them out or whatever from whatever state because they weren't in the tournament and everything. But yeah, for the most part, it's like minis. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Do they still make the wax? The
DG Max wax?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
We haven't ordered it in a while because it just kind of it died off. I mean, it's a fantastic product.
Yeah.
The hype died. Like people just
right. I don't know. It's kind of interesting because they released the winter blend. They had like a winter blend and like I don't know if they had a summer blend. Or like winter, summer, and regular
blend, and then a winter blend,
right?
Yeah. And then they had the puck and the stick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the stick was like the chapstick looking stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have both, but I don't know. Like it's tough for me to think of what would be cool because I mean, you go to tournaments, you get a disc usually, and then sometimes it's a disc you don't even care about. Right. It just goes and sits on like a shelf or whatever. And yeah, I don't know what would be considered cool. Like what would be absolutely cool.
Yeah. You got a Zuka with Ledgestone as an am.
Yeah. I don't know what
not last year, the year before that, if I remember right.
Yeah, because I remember signing up for and then dropping out. But I never like dropped out before. Like they said, you could go like pick it up or have it shipped to you. Or something
that was
like
the year that you dropped out, and then Jordan dropped out, and then I was going by myself.
Yep.
And then Jordan ended up going like kind of last minute, if I
Okay.
remember rightly. So I had like a 1-bed Airbnb. We didn't snuggle. He just slept on the ground, but he didn't sleep on the ground. But I think it was an air mattress or something like that. But yeah, so the reason I bring this up because I'll go a little deeper because I think I'm more specifically talking about apparel.
Oh, okay.
But I agree. Disc golf swag sucks. Just across the board, disc golf swag sucks. So, like discs are discs. Like,
Yeah.
I understand that. But for the most part, like Vegas has an amazing swag bag. Like their player packs are fantastic. Ledgestone was really good as well. I think I was playing pro at that point, so I didn't actually get one, but I saw what they were.
Yeah.
They were fantastic. I'm trying to think of, I mean, really outside of that, it's usually just generic, like get a disc, get a mini, here's a pencil, like on your way.
Yeah. Right.
I've received like 3-disc starter packs before for some. I've received like water bottles, but for the most part, they're as generic as can possibly be. And they're all the same. But when we talk about like swag as far as apparel goes, man, so and what brought this up is we were going school shopping today.
Yeah.
So earlier today we went school shopping and just walking through and like baseball has so much cool stuff. Like they have this like Baseball Life brand now,
Okay.
which is like they have like donuts and pencil erasers and like, but all their clothes are themed in some way, shape, or form. Like sprinkles, ice cream cones, like whatever. But it's just
Sure.
cool stuff that appeals to the younger generation, right?
Yeah.
And then you go into like Dick's Sporting Goods, like DSG brand. Like they have some cool like patterns and it's like this really neat, stuff. But they also have like stuff for me. They have stuff for. And I'm just, I'm thinking like you think about all the things,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
gloves, you're getting these like Bruce Bolts and they're getting like all these things where they're just influencers that are like, yeah, I'm going to build out this. And I understand we're a smaller market, but even like fishing or, I'm trying to think of some of these like fringe things where you have them and their apparel is awesome. Like there's a lot of stuff to choose from, a lot of patterns, a lot of, and it's just really cool. You walk into disc golf and you're like, where's the cool stuff? Like, why do we not have themed stuff? Why do we not have any, like, we're going to throw like a company name across a shirt and call it cool.
Sure.
And they get into it with jerseys a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But those jerseys are so freaking uncomfortable. Like, sublimated stuff sucks. Like to wear like on a regular basis.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Because I mean, I do have a bunch of Discraft or not Discraft, Discmania jerseys. I have this Simon, the two. I think I have 2 Simon jerseys, 2 Eagle jerseys. There's companies that make socks like T-Box, Local Line. There's apparel. I don't know who does Joel Freeman's shirts, or because he
has some of the most creative shirts,
right? Yeah, and patterns and things. So I don't know who does that, but for the most part, I don't know. I mean, I would take like a sublimated Barella, like if he had his logo all over something, maybe, or I'm sure there is, but a lot of stuff is kind of just boring looking.
Yeah, it is. It is. There's no style to it. Like, it's all. And here's the thing, it's not cheap.
No, that's
so. Why are we not getting better stuff out of disc golf? Like, it's not cheap, and it's not for a lack of artistic value within the disc golf community. Because look at some of the stamps we see.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And think about like course design and like brochure, like all these ads and like the amazing, wealth of artistic value that's put in. I mean, just on and on and on. Where's the clothing guys? And I know there's been a few companies out there that have tried to do specific disc golf clothing, like Dude and what was the other one? Par, Black Ace. And then there was like par 41 or something like that. Or
I don't remember.
I have one of their hoodies. That's the only reason I know.
Sure.
It's like par something. But, you know, like you have, and then go into golf sections in any store. Like the golf sections are freaking awesome. You know, like where disc golf gets no love in this area.
But I think a lot of disc golfers are going into the golf section and getting stuff, right? And then they're, then they're cutting or doing whatever and putting their sponsors on it and stuff. But yeah, there's no company that's specifically making that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is it. We're pulling from other areas and bringing it into disc golf. And maybe it's changed over the years because, we want to look more professional, on camera and everything. But they've kind of waxed on that because you are allowed to wear jerseys.
Right.
Before it was like, oh, you have to have a collared shirt, look like this, look like that. But there's nothing, I haven't seen anybody stand out in terms of clothing yet, Yeah.
No, and why is there not a purpose-built jersey? Like, so we're just wearing jerseys, right? So there's a lot of restriction in shoulders, especially if you're a wide dude or, you're a long guy, like you have long arms and levers. Like, and a lot of times there's a lot of like, why are we not building shirts that have certain movement in certain areas or extra fabric in areas that it's not binding up, or even jackets or, like raincoats? Because I know one of the biggest issues with raincoats, they're super tight and they're not flexible.
Yeah.
And so when you go to do your, your reach through, like it's binding up on your shoulders, right? So I don't know. It's just weird. It seems like.
But then at the same point, if you have extra fabric, the extra fabric's getting in the way.
It could be. It could be, for sure.
It could be.
Yeah. But I mean, is there a way to design a piece of fabric that maybe there's a stretchy section in the back or something, like that? And I don't know. This isn't my forte. Like, I put on a pair of shorts and a Carhartt t-shirt every day. I mean, like when I like something, I buy like 7 of them,
Right.
So I'm not the guy to, be the one to create it, but I do also look at other things and I'm kind of envious because you're like, man, I would wear the heck wear that, but wouldn't it be so much cooler if it was disc golf themed or something like that, something that really fit disc golf. And so, you think even skating, so let's see, kind of a fringe sport again, like pro skating. And there was this like skating is life or something like that. But all the fringe brands of skating, they do so well and they're so creative, so fun. We just don't see that in disc golf.
True.
And maybe there's a company out there doing it. I'm just not aware of it.
So you're saying we need like a Big Johnson disc golf?
Yeah. Yes.
Or like Big Dog.
Do you remember those?
Yes.
Oh, I love the Big Johnson shirts. They were so funny. Or like a Guy Harvey. We can go a little classier. The Guy Harvey, where it's like putting pictures of fish on shirts, Like that's exactly. That's what we need. Like, why are we not doing something a little cooler? Like, why aren't we having fun with it? I don't know.
I don't know either.
And because we're not that uptight.
Because I don't know if that's what they want to promote on camera.
Yeah, maybe not the Big Johnson.
No, probably not. I mean, if somebody had it in the crowd, all for it. But probably not good to have on a professional disc golfer.
Well, no, but we're not. We're also like baseball players aren't wearing like donut shorts while they're playing. Like
No, they're not.
It's just apparel that's to the life,
Right, yeah, absolutely. Because, I mean, I've seen that with plenty of basketball brands out there, or, that are doing, interesting.
I mean, for Pete's sake, Jordan. Like, that's another one. Like, I mean, and I know these are, like, mega brands. They have mega dollars.
Yeah.
They have, but why can't we? I mean, like, you got a Jordan bag right there. Like,
yeah, it was Dempsey's, but I took it over.
Yeah, but nevertheless, like, you see them everywhere. And so I don't know. And Jordan is basketball, but Jordan is football. Jordan is golf. Jordan
he's everywhere now.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. It's just, I was walking around just going like, man, where's the disc golf stuff? Like, why do we not have anything that's like disc golf swag? Like, we have all, like, lacrosse has brands that have like these swag things going on, and you're just like, man, where's it at? Because there's so many creative people out there.
There is.
Many creative people.
I think that's what's hard about I mean, what is disc golf style? That's what's hard.
I don't think we have one yet.
No, we're emulating all these other things or trying to incorporate them into our game. But it's hard to say, okay, this is great, this is not great, but then people still want to be individuals and have their own style. So it's really hard to say what would be considered disc golf style, I guess.
Yeah. One that I was excited for, and there was one person here-ish. Well, two. Both of them are no longer, but Up North was one, if you remember it. Up North Apparel or something like that. Yeah, it was Up North Apparel.
Okay. Could be.
I think that's what it was. But anyways, and then there was Ryan Miller, and he did the
Thank you
disc golf.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'm so excited about that, because there was a brand called Thank You Skating.
Yeah, and that's where you got his inspiration from.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this is great. And he ran the first, couple runs, and I was like, these are good, like great disc golf, stuff. And then it fell off, and that's not his fault. It's not anybody's fault, but that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Like, why are we not?
Are you talking about another company from like Wisconsin?
Yeah, wasn't it?
Oh,
what was it called?
North Par.
North Par. That's what it was.
Yeah, and I have a couple of their shirts as well. That he was a cook or a chef and he lived in Manitowoc. And gosh, I don't know what happened. Like he changed his name to like North Par Apparel or North something Apparel. I forgot what happened, and then never heard it from him again.
Right. Yeah.
Like that was it.
Yeah. And he did some great stuff out there. There was some really nice stuff. And then there was Circle One Apparel, which I believe is still a thing.
Yeah, because Ben was sponsored or like an ambassador for them.
Yes.
Ricky was doing a ton of stuff with them.
Yeah.
I don't know who else.
That was a bucket hat. Like he was
bucket hat Rick, yeah.
And I mean, so there was some really cool stuff out there. But it just, for some reason, it's just not clicking. It's not like taking off. And Circle One, I thought, was really like, some of their stuff was really, really nice, but man, they started getting really pricey too.
Sure.
But I thought some of their stuff was good. It has good patterns, good, and it was I was like, man, this is finally happening. But then it just, for some reason, it just never hooks. Like, never hooks. Because let's be real, you look across any field and you can point out a baseball kid. Right? I mean, like the way they dress, the glasses they have, the shorts they have, the shirts they wear, they're baseball kids. You look across and football kids. Like you look around and you can kind of almost picture, I mean, soccer kids, like the shorts they wear,
Yeah.
You don't do that with disc golf. I mean, back in the day, you could just find the pipes and then go that way. You can't, like, there's no, like, that's a disc golf guy from across the crowd. Like, you're at Disney and you're like, disc golf guy,
But to be fair, disc golf is just kind of glorified hiking.
True. Yeah. I mean, it's hiking with purpose.
Yeah.
Right.
Hiking with purpose.
I guess.
I mean, that's why you see people cargo shorts, like hiking boots or whatever, their trail shoes. And that's where you go, you're going through the woods and you got your bag of discs, but really you're on a hike with purpose.
Yep. Yeah. There's a directional hike. I mean, I guess you're right, but it doesn't need to be.
No. Right.
It doesn't need to be. I don't know. So anyways, that's my soapbox right now.
Right on.
So I was just walking around going like, disc golf, step up your game. And I'm complaining. I'm not going to do it. I want to complain about it at all.
Someone needs to bring a West Side should make a baseball jersey to commemorate Matty-O of like wearing the Yankees jersey, but like have a Orem on the back and just West Side across the chest. And
I like that. Did they ever run anything like that?
Probably not.
See, but that's
someone should, like, you could do that with Discraft or like any company. Like you could just, but I mean, could you wear that? Like, is that something you could wear on?
But I don't know. Are we worried about people wearing it on tour, or are we worried about putting it in hands of people that are fans that can wear it on the sidelines of the tour?
Oh no, that'd be great.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I think that's what it's about, the life. It's not about because I think jerseys are awesome. I think there will be quite a few people that would love to wear, like an NBA jersey and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like, people would rather wear just a logo tee or something like that with it.
Because I saw it too. Discmania, they came out. They had Gannon's USA World Game jersey. Like they made a bunch of them where you could buy them off of Discmania.
Right.
And I didn't know what it was for at first. And then I was like, oh, that's the World Games jersey. But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the problem is that nobody knew about it until after it was over.
Sure.
So how are you going to ride a hype train on that? You know? So like I said, I just think we're just missing the boat a little bit. But I like what you said. Take iconic moments in disc golf and turn them into something wearable. And turn them into something like Matty-O, or like, I'm just trying to think of something, in the past, like that you could use to, I mean, it was like Paul Macbeth's Sunday shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, he always wore a certain color on Sunday for a while. It was kind of doing the tiger thing. But like, why not? Like, why not? Like, what was it, blue that he used to wear? It could have been,
yeah.
And why not, like, find a blue shirt and put, like, McBeast motor on it or something like that. Sure. And I know it's probably trademarked and all that fun stuff, but like, come on, man. Like, it's just that type of stuff. But with that being said, that's where I am with it. So I felt disc golf felt left out to me in that regard. So, all right. Now that I've gone through all that, let's talk about what we're going to talk about today. So we got Ledgestone and Worlds, Kayla Visca, and we'll talk a little Prodigy as well. My favorite subject. And then we will talk Innova, saying that they have the longest flying mid-range now.
Ooh.
The furthest flying, mid-range now.
Okay.
So let's start with Innova.
Sure.
So
okay.
Innova released on the back of the Q-Line Discmania, saying that it is a game-changing mid-range that they're releasing. It is their farthest flying mid-range. And to this date is what they said. I think I have already got off the page. But yes, it calls their farthest flying mid-range to date. Just recently PDJ approved on the 7th, and now they are going to be putting it out as a stock run.
Okay.
Or excuse me, as a first run here.
Excuse me.
Pretty soon. So sounds good. It sounds very meteor-ish, comet-ish, like in that realm.
That's what I was trying to think of what numbers go. Yeah.
Because it's what, a 5, -2, 1?
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Yeah. So what else? Bounty. But I think a bounty's a 1.5, -1.5.
That could be. I was thinking like the lobster from
Core lobster from,
I think.
Yeah, Mint.
Mint.
There's quite a few that live in that realm.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot that live in that realm.
I think a Buzz SS might be close to that.
It is. Well, because a Buzz is like, depending on plastic. What's the MVP? The
oh shoot,
they just
Detour?
came out. Detour.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that's a 2.5, isn't it?
It might be
a 2 or 2.5. So it's in that realm, but it just seems sneakily suspicious that after Discmania puts out their Q line, which was on and was it an MD?
No, it was on the FD, FD3, and then they had the DD3.
Okay. So yeah, on the FD, and they said it was our farthest flying and all that stuff. So it's interesting to see how companies respond back and forth with these things.
Yeah.
And Innova's a master of this too.
They are. I don't think Innova has anything kind of quite like the Q line yet, right? But to say, I mean, the furthest flying disc in their lineup, okay,
right.
That's fun and exciting, I guess. But
yeah,
you're not really.
I
don't know.
And maybe it wasn't Discmania that made that claim. It was the dude from another round that made the
Joseph?
Claim. Yeah, that was the furthest flying disc he's ever thrown.
Yeah,
or that made a difference.
Yeah, he did. He said that.
Putting the weight out on the rim.
Yeah.
So it's funny, just words. You know how it goes. Like every time it's always the furthest, the best, the straightest, the most workable.
Well, I'm sure we'll get somebody, some influencer will be oh, I got my hands on the fox. We're going to compare it to whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to see if it really is, how it compares to everything else. So,
But I think the most interesting thing about the Innova Fox, and you brought it up, that they don't have a disc called the Fox yet.
yeah, out of all the animals out there that they could have, that's one. Really? Not the fox?
Right.
Like, that hasn't been brought up yet?
I think they might have every other canine. I mean, other than the dog.
Yeah.
But they might have every other canine and rodent and feline pegged. Like the
Right.
fox, of all things. Mm-hmm. So it was cool. And it was even better because they have a plastic called Star. So are they going to make the Star Fox
Oh. Very good.
for you guys?
Boy, that would be a licensing thing to get
I think
with
it
them.
might be, wouldn't it?
Oh my goodness.
Dude, that would be awesome to get a little Star Fox action.
Yeah.
What was the frog? Oh, and then they have the frog Fox thing.
They really
They
could.
could go a while with it. And if you guys don't know
Slippy.
what we're talking about, Slippy, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And if you don't know who we're talking about, go and just look up Super Nintendo Star Fox 64.
Yeah.
Or Nintendo 64, yeah. Duh. Yeah, Star Fox 64. There was a Super Nintendo one.
There was
wasn't there?
Star Fox originally came out on the Super Nintendo. Yeah.
So Star Fox 64 is, I think, where it actually took off. Like no pun intended.
Yeah.
But that was when I think it really hit the ground running. But yeah, go look on there. And I think Innova will accept royalty fees for our idea. But you ran a Star Fox line, I would scoop up a couple of them.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. And then you put the Slippy, like the little wee 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 wee.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Like
exactly
that
it.
image when he's on the
Yep.
screen. Yeah, that's what they should put on there. Yeah. So, all right. So, Innova Star Fox, farthest flying mid range that they've ever created, is coming out. Or the Innova Fox, excuse me.
Innova Fox. It could be
In
Star
Star
Fox.
Plastics, yeah.
Or Champion. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's going to be out in, but.
So, Star Fox, Champ Fox. All right. Let's go to my favorite company now. We'll move on to Prodigy.
Mm-hmm.
So, Prodigy is obviously doing something right because Mint Discs has switched manufacturers of their discs to Prodigy from MVP.
Yeah, I don't remember when I heard that.
It was pretty recently when they
Okay.
released the news. So Prodigy released the news just on the 7th. So
Yeah,
it was
okay.
pretty recent.
Yeah, that is pretty recent. Yep.
Within about 10 days, or well, I guess a little over 10 days. So Prodigy's plastic has been much better. Their molding and refining process has been much better. So we haven't ordered any more yet, but the most recent order we had, it was all pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It was all pretty good. In the new plastic
Yeah.
that they molded in. So, I mean, hopefully Mint has a very clear and precise contract with them on how to care for their discs and what they should look like, how they should feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if Mint stamps their own or if the manufacturer stamps.
That I'm not sure about.
Because I know what's the other one that does for MVP?
Thought Space?
ThoughtSpace, yeah. So I know they do their own
Yeah.
stamping.
Yeah.
So we will, we'll see. What a move.
Well, part of me thinks that they were having trouble getting runs of discs.
Yeah.
I think that's
because of the popularity of.
Right.
Okay.
Because I was looking at a couple Mint discs quite a while ago. I have the Mustang, I have the two Freetails, and then all of a sudden there'd be times where when it is whatever plastic it's in, just out. And I think that maybe with MVP stamping so many discs for themselves, Axiom, Streamline, it's just hard to get machine time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
especially with MVP being so popular.
Yeah. And
That
then they have their Amazon line too. Whatever
Right.
that one's called.
Yep.
So, yeah. So I could see how that could be a thing, because if I am not mistaken, they went from Gateway to MVP
Oh,
than to, because when we first opened the store, and I don't think their stay with Gateway has been that long.
That's
I mean,
funny
with,
you say that.
MVP that long.
because I feel like the Mustang didn't feel like the Mustang that I had. I forgot what plastic it is. It didn't feel like MVP plastic. It was base plastic, but it didn't feel like MVP's base plastic. It felt like something different. So yeah,
Like I said, I don't think they've been with MVP for very long.
Okay.
I think it has only been maybe a couple years, because when we ordered Gateway, we also ordered from the same rep Mint at the time.
okay.
And then we only got a couple Mint. We got like 2 molds or 3 molds at
I
the
remember
time.
the Bullet, the Mustang, and then there was one other.
There was a mid that we
Yeah.
got. Well, anyways.
Yeah.
And that's what we ordered. So, and they were the same rep. So I would assume it came from Gateway because it was the same rep. And then we hadn't ordered them after that.
Yeah.
So I don't think we ever restocked on the order just because they weren't, they
Flying
didn't
off the
move.
shelf. Yeah.
But that was also in the disc shortage, that crisis after 2020 where everybody and their mother was just buying everything they could possibly buy.
Yeah.
So it was a bit different, but seeing them go from MVP, who arguably is probably the best plastic on the market right now, and best stamp and best, what do they call it? Disc molder on the market, to arguably one of the worst molders on the market. Man, I hope they have some good like fail safes and some like bumpers in order.
Right.
With what they're doing, because if they get stuck with an order of 10,000 discs that are horribly flashed, or they're whatever it may be.
Yeah.
I mean, we were getting even some like super stupid chalky stuff, and like hopefully they have some parameters there that stop that from happening.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, that reminds me too. I think we mentioned it quite a while ago, but AGL discs stopped being molded by Gateway as well, and they moved to Innova, which was like really shocking to me. But I haven't heard anything about them at all. As far as discs go, I haven't seen any news lately about how runs are different, or things are flying compared to Gateway plastic to Innova plastic and all that. So
and I haven't even really seen anything out of Gateway in general. I mean, excuse me, out of AGL in general.
No, that's true.
Like they've really slowed down a lot of their they were pretty hot for a while on socials, and then just really don't see them much at all anymore.
Not too much, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, and who knows? And Mint was known for doing runs as well. Like they would stamp their runs, so you knew what run you were getting.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if they do that anymore.
I don't know either.
So there was a little while where they were doing that. So I don't know. We'll see. But good for them, and hopefully it all works out. But bold move, Cotton. Bold move.
Right.
Bold move. You want to talk about Kale LaVisca?
Yeah, it was cool. I just happened to see it that Kale. Shoot, I gotta bring up. Right, where did I see it? So this year, he had. Last weekend, he won an A tier. The Come on. Cedar Creek Open, which was in Minnesota, and it is his new all-time record, 20 consecutive years with an A tier win or higher, which beats the mark by 12-time champ Ken Climo. So I mean, Kale, a man of runs.
Yeah.
He had this, and then before he had the cash run, and just unbelievable.
Because I think Sexton still holds the cash run, right?
He replaced him. Yeah.
So now he's the highest after once he fell off. Yeah. I was there for that tournament when he fell out of cash. I talked to him because he was just letting out his the LaVisca line through Prodigy.
Right.
And he was promoting it. And it was difficult. Like he didn't seem to be phased at all by it when we were talking to him, but it sounded like after some interviews and stuff that he was pretty phased, like,
Yeah.
but it's a big deal. I mean, he was what, like 13 years or something like that without being out of cash in a tournament so, I mean, that's impressive. Yeah. So good for you, Kalaviska. Like, that's impressive.
It is impressive.
20 years of playing. So from 2005 to 2025, he's won an A tier.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, at least. So that's fantastic. Good for him. Dr. Smooth. I wonder how long it's going to last. Because he's got quite a bit of playing left, I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because what is he, 41,
I think
42,
he's,
something like that?
just over, probably.
So,
and then, I mean, he does play a lot of regional things, right? So...
I mean, we've seen him in tournaments here.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
he'll come
absolutely.
And play Rolling Ridge. He'll play like some of these. And
Silver Creek. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that he does well around here. So,
yeah. Well, good for him. Well, I'm sure. I mean, I don't see. No, because even once he gets into the Masters, like
he's played Masters.
Yeah,
he's
but like with MP50s and all that stuff.
Oh,
like,
sure.
I think he has a potential to continue to go for a very long time.
Absolutely.
I mean, if he wants to play for another 20 years, like he could potentially have another 20 years in A tier wins. So, especially when you get up into those age protected divisions, it gets just a bit easier. And for someone of his caliber, like as long as he stays healthy enough, like he'll be fine. So
yeah, we'll see. I mean, he does have a young daughter, so we'll kind of see like is that going to drain any energy from him or whatever. But
what are you talking about? Kids give you nothing but energy. They don't drain energy or take your time or money, sanity.
Yeah. I have money. I have money.
I want this.
Yeah.
Can you buy? Guess what's happening? No. All right. Guess what's happening right now? Worlds is happening right at this present moment in Columbia, Missouri. We don't know anything about it other than the first round is done today. So
it was played at like Harmony Bends, right?
I believe so.
That's what I think I had heard or seen.
Yep. In Columbia, Missouri, every time I hear of it, I got a job offer at Columbia University. And it was like, ooh, Columbia. I go, no, not that one. The one in Columbia, Missouri. So just so you know, there is a Columbia College in Columbia, Missouri.
Right. Not the, like not everybody thinks the Columbia. Yeah.
Not the Ivy League.
Right.
I was just like, but I do tell people that, they offered me a job. I turned it down. Columbia? Yeah, the one in Missouri. I don't start with that. I end with that.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So, so M-Worlds is going on. So, you can follow it, pdga.com, and you can see. So, sir, Ledgestone happened.
It did. It's like almost in our backyard.
Yeah. One of my favorite tournaments that happens on the tour. One of my favorite courses that I've ever played and on tour is Northwoods Black. And I just it's a great tournament. And love or hate the guy, Nate Heinel does a fantastic job. And his assistant TDs and his staff and they do a great job. And it's no hype train. It's just, it is what it is. Like, it's a very well-run tournament. And some of the biggest swag bags that you can get in a tournament, some of the biggest payouts you can get in a tournament. I mean, Ledgestone, winners got some cash.
Yeah.
Good money.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it was a DTPT plus event.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's wonderful. And before it was a DGPT event, it was still great. I mean, it was great. So they introduced Northwoods Black, what is it, 5 or 6 years ago now? 2018 or 2019?
Yeah, something around there.
So that's when they introduced Northwoods Black. And Northwoods Black was an absolute, I remember the first time watching play it, I'm like, that's not even a playable course. Why are we running this DGPT? And I remember that was the big uproar in the disc golf land. And man, the course looked good. I actually got to watch some of it. Well, I watched some of it.
Yeah.
Because we pushed off for 2 nights.
Right.
So I was able to watch quite a bit of it. Dude, it's a great looking course now. Like, I mean, it was a good looking course before, but it just
cleaned up a bit.
It did. Because I think there's some trees that came down that, whether it was by man or by weather, which I think helped quite a bit. I think it looks good. It seems like there's a bit more of defined fairways, maybe. I don't know, because it's hard to tell from coverage, but it definitely looks a bit wider, a bit more open. I mean, the roughs they looked still just absolutely painful. But for the most part, I mean, it looks like a really good playable, like, and played course. So and it showed. I mean, good old disc golfers were taking advantage of it. That's for sure. I was about to ruin it. But yeah, so I don't know. So we'll go back again. And then, there's a Eureka Temp, which is always a phenomenal course and such a good fun playing course, good bomber course. Has some really like iconic holes on it. And it seemed like the first hole, no one even cared that they moved it back.
No.
It did.
And from what, Yuli talked about it right away. And he's like, you're looking at it from the tee pad. It looks like it's a low ceiling. It's really not that low. It doesn't come into play that much. I mean, people were still absolutely just bombing discs over the hill, almost to the driveway, almost to the parking lot and everything. I was just like, yep, same hole. Like 30 feet didn't really even do anything.
Not at all. And it didn't stop people from running or not running it. Like, there was really no big difference in the hole. I mean, it didn't play one iota of difference. Now, if they backed it up another 30 feet, that might start to really affect it.
Sure.
But as far as it played, like, it just added 30 feet of difference is all.
Even with a water carry, they just make it look so easy. They really do. It's just one of those holes where, the basket is perched right on top of the hill.
Yes.
And you're just like, okay, get it over water. And then not like a super easy upshot, right? Because there's the...
Right. I mean, you have the slopes on both sides.
Yeah, right. So there is potential for the disc to roll away, but barely ever see that happen.
Right. Yeah. Now, did you ever play that one?
No.
So when you stand on it, I mean, as an AM or even as a low level pro, like, it's intimidating. I mean, that's a lot of water carry. I mean, it's roughly about 300 feet of water carry. And I mean, that's like, for some AMs, like, you're maxing distance. I mean, that is a full rip.
Yeah. Right.
And you can cut it off. If you go over to the right, you can cut it off, get it down to about 220, 230 maybe. But it's still like, it's rough for some people. It is the only complaint I have about that hole, and especially pushing it back 30 feet, is you get up to a tee box on the very first hole and you're throwing as hard as you possibly can. Well, maybe not as hard as you can, but pretty darn close to 85%. And that's the only thing that I have a little bit of an issue with. Like, why aren't we working these guys into these holes, and for injury, for safety, for all these things, but it's still a freaking awesome hole. Like, it is a really nice hole. So it's really bad to say it that way. So, but really nice. I mean, but all in all, like, nothing else was really like, I mean, there was really good disc golf on the course, but outside of that, like, everything played as it should. And there was I keep seeing headlines of drama and controversy, but other than playoffs, like, I don't know. I didn't really notice anything.
Gannon got called for a time violation.
Okay.
30 seconds.
Sure.
And, that is what it is.
Right.
And then Owen ended up in the playoff picking up Mandahano's disc.
Oh,
so
okay. I didn't know about that.
Yes.
Man.
So what happened was, I forgot what hole it was. Owen was putting out, and Valerie's disc was sitting on the ground, like tap in distance. And so she asked Val, "Can I pick this up for you?" Assuming that she would just make the putt.
Oh.
So she picked it up. And Valerie was like maybe 75 to 100 feet away, like they're getting ready to go to the next hole. And so Owen picks it up, is like carrying it over to Val, and
Valerie hadn't.
she hadn't putted out. She hadn't finished the hole. And so Nate Heinold's like, "Oh, you can't do that." She's like, "Well, what do you mean? Like she's gonna make the putt. Like we agreed.
I conceded it.
She conceded." And so Val's like, "I told her she could pick up the disc." She's like, "No, this is you can't do that. You have to finish out. This is stroke." Like he kind of is like, "It's stroke play. It's not match play. You can't just concede the hole."
Yeah.
And so Val ends up, taking her mini, going back to the spot, putting it down, throwing the basket in. So the controversy was, did Owen intentionally move the disc?
Yes.
Right. But you're allowed to pick up another player's disc, but only after they finish out the hole.
Yep.
So they're saying that the match should have stroked for it, and she ended up getting like a courtesy violation for it.
Yeah.
So and then it ended up moving on. They're like, well, if it would have sucked for Valerie to win that way, just like getting that stroke penalty, because like they, and everything. So that was a bit of the controversy. And then I guess I didn't listen to the episode, but on Nick and Matt's show, or Sacred Stance, whatever it's called, Gannon apparently said he felt targeted by being called out for time violations during the round.
I respect the guy. He's the best player in the world right now. I mean, light years better than most people, than almost everybody in the league. But you're not being targeted. You just take too long.
Right.
Like,
but I think he thinks that, there may be other people that are, and they're not getting called, but he's getting called because people know that he takes too long.
But you're also the poster child of PDGA right now.
Sure.
And disc golf.
Right.
So you are going to have more eyes on you. So I don't know. Like, yeah, I guess I see how I could see how that could be felt, and especially with him having more success, being better, and he's setting the tone, setting the role for all disc golfers right now.
Yeah.
So I could see how he could feel that way. Did he substantiate it with anything? Did he say that?
I don't know, because I didn't listen to the episode. I'd seen a headline, kind of heard him talk for a minute, but I didn't hear anything real specific about what he was talking about.
Right. And that's hard, and I guess this is where feelings and facts are like really need to be considered.
Yeah.
Because if he does feel targeted and there's truth to that, then that's what it is. But this is why we always talk about having marshals out there, because then the marshals are the marshals. Like, it's not another player trying to get an advantage.
I believe it was a marshal that called him on it. So
then what?
It wasn't a player. It was,
right.
Yeah, an official.
I don't know. So it's hard. I mean, do you disagree with me? I mean, if someone is habitually breaking a rule and then you call them on it, is that targeting?
No, but it's hard in a self-governed sport, right? To all of a sudden be like, well, nobody's calling anything, and then all of a sudden they get called for it, and then
it has to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, I just feel like he thinks that he's the only one that's getting called for it. Sure. And I think that's hard too, because you're on lead card, you're going to have an official with you calling you on stuff. But I don't know how many times he got called during the round.
Right.
I'm not sure.
And as much as I disagree with how it happens, the fact of the matter is no one cares what the bottom card is doing. True. Everybody cares what the top card's doing.
Yeah, right.
And they're going to care just a little bit less, but still care about the second card. Just a little bit less, but still care about the third card. Once you get down to about 10 cards back, like, I mean, you could play with no clothes on and probably, well, you might get a couple headlines, but like, no one's going to care.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, you're fighting for cash line.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So, I guess that is the burden of success.
Right. And you're scrutinized more than any other person.
Right. And look in any facet of any business or any sport or anywhere where you get attention. The more attention you get, the more negativity you're going to get. And the more what do they call it? Criticism you're going to get, the more, so like you think about like viral videos.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, 99% of the comments are amazing. And then you get that 1% of people that are just being punks.
Right.
And, that's just what you have to deal with when you get numbers rise, because you're going to have a lot of armchair quarterbacks. You're going to have a lot of like, like, what are we going to call them? Like the Marshall Mavericks that are out there like, I got to be the guy that calls everything. I'm not, by the book, And I think it's just something he's going to have to grow a bit thicker skin with it.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm off base. But, and I can't tell him how he feels is wrong, because it's not. That's how he feels. That's fine. But do the facts line up to for him being called on that? Because if he's at 35 seconds, he went over 30 seconds and he didn't call his extension, or he's already used his mulligan. Well, I don't know what they call it officially, but you can get that time extension.
Yeah.
Or he didn't have to come off the disc. If you're over 30 seconds, you're over 30 seconds.
True.
But you're right. No one else gets called for him. I mean, what? LeCastro?
Yeah, right. That's how I was gonna say,
essentially.
I think that's what people are afraid of too. Like Nico going, somebody going full Nico, yelling at them and getting thrown off the course. And,
Yep. Yeah. So here's a little bit of fun stuff it's the hypocrisy of governance. When we talk about players, we constantly hear we need someone out there governing us because we don't feel comfortable governing one another, because we're all friends. Mm-hmm. I don't want to hurt feelings. I don't want to make them think I'm doing it out of spite, or for an advantage. Now, it's starting to be done at the request of players. We've seen it with the foot fault with Tatar or Lat.
Yeah.
We saw it with LeCastro at whatever that was over there in Europe. We're seeing it with Burr multiple times now with Burr. You're getting what you have asked for. You want governance, but now that it's happening, it doesn't feel good. So be careful what you ask for, but also like this is what you guys asked for.
Yeah.
You want to see this happen more and more and more. And this is what it's going to be like. And you're going to have to, it's every ref, every ump in every sport gets this. They understand it. I've seen so many line judges. I've seen so many umps get ripped by crowds, ripped by players because they feel like they're stealing the game from them.
True.
Yeah. So this is where it's going to be. Like, you just need to control your mental focus now and allow yourself to allow the game not to be dictated by the marshals. So there's a clear set of rules. Follow them, and you don't have anything to worry about. That's why I say, well, let's say there's a set of rules. I don't want to say a clear set of rules. So that's my thought on that one.
Right on.
Do you have anything else on that one?
No. I was just trying to look up and see, but yeah, the quote was he's like, I feel like I was clearly being targeted.
Yeah.
And people were like, in the comment section on Disc Golf Fanatic, were like, hey, maybe you won't be targeted if you don't go over time.
Yeah. I think that's because he's famous for it.
Yeah.
Drew Gibson's talked about it. Like, he's famous for it, and it will be what it is until he cleans it up. But with that, congratulations to Gannon Burr for winning back-to-back. And once again, I don't think there is another person that can touch him at the present moment.
No, not. People are getting close, but he's too good.
Yeah.
People, and a lot of people are like, oh, he's almost making it boring. But when you're that dominant, look at what Kristen was doing. Mm-hmm. Same thing, like she's just winning. Well, it's because nobody else is coming to the level that they can surpass him.
Yep.
And when you're good, you're good.
Right.
And like people are good.
Yes.
But not to that level.
Not like that.
Right.
Yep. And what it'll do is this off season, you will see people put just a little bit more effort in, and the whole level will be changed because of Burr.
Right.
And that's great. And Tatar did that. Pierce did that. You know, you talk about on the FPO line, like Jenkins did that, like on and on and on and on. And you do the same thing. You got Macbeth, you have, you know, just on down the road. And all these things are just everybody's going to get better.
Right. And people were bringing that up. You know, there was that flip where all of a sudden Macbeth, not taking like a backseat because he played reasonably well during this tournament. He placed 7th. He was up in 2nd at one point. And they're like, well, when did it flip? When did the flip happen of Paul not being so dominant
when he
anymore?
had a baby?
Yeah. That's pretty much, that's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's been a while since we talked about it when he was in Europe. Like, it's been this long since he's won on tour.
Yeah.
And, you know, eventually people get caught up to. Now, how long will Gannon's run be that people will have a hard time getting to that level?
Yep.
You know, and he's got advantages. He's big. You know, he's tall. He's lanky. He's got
the levers. Yeah.
The levers that work for him to get the extra distance, everything. But there's other nuances to the game that, you know, you got to dial in the putting. You got to have the upshots, you know, the mental game. Like there's all these other things besides just the physical capabilities of what you're able to do.
Yep.
And so it's the other people starting to hone in on those things and getting to that level or surpassing him. That's going to be incredibly tough.
Yeah, I think so. I think it will be years in the making. I mean, unless there's some Gannon Burr in the wings, you know.
Right.
But, you know, you have their prime. We'll talk about Paul and Ricky. They have the ability to come back to that level.
Sure.
But I would almost say that I don't think Paul or Ricky's ceiling is high enough. I think their ceiling is still too low to compete with Burr when Burr hits his, because I don't think Burr's at the max yet either.
No.
You know, I mean, I could maybe say that at one point Eagle might have been able to compete because he has kind of some of the same advantages, but that injury with his shoulder, man, just like that ruined him. That ruined him. So we'll see, we'll see if there's anybody out there, but as of right now, I mean, he's on a podium of his own right now.
Right. Cause I mean, you get glimpses like AB's right there.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He is. I mean, he's same build. I mean, tall, lanky.
Yeah.
Got that going on for him. And he's had a couple wins as well this year. I mean, Gannon's had more, but AB's
for sure
had his share of wins, but just doesn't put it together as nearly as often as Gannon.
AB is missing the mental fortitude. And not saying he doesn't have incredible mental fortitude. It's just not where Gannon's is.
Yeah.
Gannon, now maybe in his mind, Gannon is going crazy, but Gannon has this ability to just go stone. And he can just turn off any anxiety while he's on the, course. And for the most part, off the course too. I mean, you don't really see him. He's very much a Heimberg, like just doesn't really show a lot, right? On the course.
Yeah.
So, and AB just doesn't have that ability yet. I don't know if he ever will. I don't know if he has that type of personality, but having a better mental state and not letting the moment get to him is, I think, all AB's missing.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion. And that means like making the good, responsible, appropriate shot, instead of just going for the pin every time, like playing smart as well. That's part of it, But when you're as good as AB, I mean, like, or Gannon, I would never think about laying up.
No,
know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
that's hard. You can run it.
Right.
Like,
right.
You have to give yourself a chance, any chance you get.
Exactly. And 8 out of 10 times, he's going to get it. But unfortunately, it seems like those 2 other times
there's times where it's like, oh, unfortunate OB kick, something,
Yeah. And it happens. I mean, like even Burr, very last hole, 18, unfortunate kick right into the water, still parred the hole.
Right.
But
no, last hole he bogeyed.
Did he bogey the last hole?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Oh, he did. Yeah, he took one stroke down.
But he still beat Kyle Klein by 5 strokes. right?
Yeah.
Kyle had the better round score.
Right.
Kyle's 12 down to AB's or to Gannon's 11 down, but he just had such a big lead.
Yes.
And that was with 2 bogeys on the day too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So, I mean, geez, like you think about just cleaning up his play just slightly too, and it's incredible. But that's all. I feel that when I say that, it's easy to say, but I think the reason he has such great scores is because he does take those risks. Whereas, look at Sexton. Like Sexton had a very successful career, but he was never a pinnacle player because, and he would argue that he's not, but he played smart golf.
Oh yeah,
Is
for
what
sure.
he did. So he was a bit reserved where he had the 400 foot a carry to get to whatever it is, but he's going to choose a 300 foot layup because then he can, secure the par rather than go for the bird, whatever it may be. But Sexton played smart golf. Now, we would call it safe golf, but he played smart golf. But that's why he never got to the Burr level and that got to the Macbeth level, got to the, and he was always the kind of that like sub tier of the, so I don't know. So I guess there you go. So a lot on Burr, a lot on the MPO, and now FPO. And since 2023 was the last time she won just before her injury?
I think so.
I think that was the case, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
Maybe 22, maybe 23, somewhere around in there.
Did she win Waco?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that was the last one.
I think
and
that
she
was
hurt
it.
her knee or something like that.
Something like that.
And then now she's back. But Valerie Mandujano takes it down over a playoff with Owen Scoggins.
Yes. 3 holes.
Yep, 3 holes. So 18 over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that.
I don't either.
I don't understand it. I get it for broadcasting.
Yeah, right. It's easy to just walk down, walk back, walk down, walk back. But
yeah, I just don't. I mean, and I guess also, I don't know, because FPO, they were playing Sunset, right?
Yeah.
So I don't understand it. I no, they were playing Black. That was shorts on Black. No, Sunset. They did their 4th round. So it was Sunset. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it because I believe they're alone on Sunset on the last day. So it's not like they had to rush things to get off the course or anything like that. So weird. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure that out because I don't know if that really tests the skills. What it does is test consistency.
Right. We talked about this before because they did it at
it was one of the European
courses.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just playing it over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Like, because we said, you're just going to take out the same disc, probably throw the same lines, and just,
And that's ultimately what happened. And what ended up happening is, this isn't the whole story, but ultimately what happened is Owen just hit a tree and left hers a little further out than Mandujano's and missed her putt. And, Mandujano tapped in. Like, it was pretty much essentially that. It was a tree kick. Like, so it was consistency issues.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I can be critical from the outside looking in, but man, why 18 over and over again? Like, just make a little loop, like a 5-hole loop or something like that.
Right.
So I don't know, or even a 3-hole loop or 2-hole loop for Pete's sakes. Like, it's pretty easy, and especially on Sunset, there's a pretty easy little loop there that you could do that wouldn't take any longer than. I mean, you could go. I don't know how they laid it out this year, but. I mean, you could pretty easily kind of wrap and loop around and still have pretty good coverage as far as cameras and everything goes.
Sure.
So,
yeah, I like that course for whatever reason. I mean, it's a great FPO course. Right. I think.
Yeah, I agree, because they do have enough water. There's elevation, and there is some gap hitting.
Yeah, there is
not a ton, but probably 4 out of 5, 4 or 5 holes have a decent gap hit that you have to hit.
Yeah.
So it's nice, and there's some ceiling issues too.
There are,
so that's good. I mean, it's a good course. I mean, we played it for MP40, and I loved it. It was still a scoreable course though, but it's a good course. It's a good course, and like I said, for FPO, I mean, I think MPO. I don't know if it would be the appropriate course for them
Oh no, definitely not.
No.
I mean, there's a lot of holes on that course that you look and you're like, oh, like 260 uphill, but it's like more like three. You know, like
Yeah.
there's deceivingly long holes based on elevation and changes and like the low ceilings and everything. And I think that's good to test people's skills.
Yes.
Because I mean, I still saw quite a few people out there like Camp Merch, like a couple of holes that I thought would be easy for her, and she struggled.
Yes.
And you know, a couple other people like was it Rebecca Dunn was on, like she made some holes look easy, and then there was other holes where it was like, no, she's not that easy. And
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
it's just
Yeah.
interesting.
It is a deceiving course. I mean, if I don't know if they keep that up year round or not,
I don't know.
because when we played it, they were all essentially temp baskets that were out there. So I'm not sure if they have like a setup, but if you're able to play it, especially around Ledgestone time, like it is a great course. It's a fun course. And it's challenging, super challenging. And they have this ravine that they play on for some of the later holes. It's kind of like you're right on the side of a ravine, like all of them. And it's, I mean, not a ravine, but it's like a wash, and it's not dangerous or anything, but it is rollaway city if you get off the edge at all. And it's just a good course.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a couple island style holes too, which are done by grass and stuff like that.
Yeah, and there's, I'm trying to remember what hole it is. It's front nine, but they got like the bunkers and like right in front of the basket and everything there. And the one thing that though is, you know, they played one round at Northwoods, like first round was Northwoods Black, and then it was just sunset. Like they should have gone back at least once.
I agree. Yeah, like playing Northwood Shorts, like it's a great course, a fun course, like, and it challenges them enough. But Ledgestone is such a large tournament that I think that's what it is. They're just being bumped because they can get, you know, MA1 in there. They can do stuff like that. And that's probably a more appropriate course for MA1. But I think the MA1 Sunset would be a fantastic course for MA1.
Right.
But Sunset is usually used for age protected and FPO.
Yeah.
And so I get what they're trying to do, but you're also like, man, get the ladies on there. Like, get the best players in the world on the best course, you know, on the toughest course. So, and even Eureka Permanent is a really freaking hard course. Like, that's got some tight gaps and woods in it. So, and it's weird that they don't use it at all for either MPO or FPO.
No, yeah.
It's just strange. And I don't know, maybe there's it's broadcasting issues is what it is. But Northwoods Black, I mean, has plenty of broadcasting issues. I think we're getting better on it, but maybe the permanent course just isn't. I don't know. I really liked it. Maybe it's just not up to par.
That could be very well be.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So there you go. Congratulations to Valerie Mandahano. Playoff over own. That would have been something to see. See the two world champions.
Yeah.
Go back to back.
Right.
It was pretty darn close to happening.
It was close.
I wonder when the last time that would have been done. Well, I'm sure it was Macbeth Pierce.
Probably. Yeah.
Probably the last time that happened. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. I don't know. Anything else?
Shoot, I had something else up real quick that I was thinking of. No, I lost it.
Lost it.
No, like there was I think Estonian Nationals had taken place, and I saw the winners. I saw that Annika Sten had won a tournament in Finland. Oh, Finland Nationals, she won.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, Silva won. Never mind. Annika won something else.
Okay.
Silva won over Evelina Hanna, and then Daniel Davidson beat Nicolas Antala. Yeah, that's interesting. Shoot, but
and I'm assuming Lat's taking a break.
Yeah,
now,
I would. Here it is. Yeah, so it's Isti. I can't pronounce it, but it's basically the Estonian Nationals. Katie Tati ended up winning, and Mauri Vilman ended up winning, and I forgot.
Okay.
Anyway, that's all I can really. Swedish Championships. No, that's not the one I was thinking of. A lot of like European Championships going on right now. Interesting.
Wow.
Anywho, okay, that's all I can figure out.
All right. Well, cool. cool. All right. Well, with that being said, anything thought-provoking or inspirational
You know
to leave
what's
us on?
you know what's the worst is I was at home the other day and I was thinking about something. I had something really good. I did. I was like, "Oh, this is so good."
You got to start using your notes
I
app.
know, man. I should have written it down and I forgot it because I think I had. Because last week it was the you could be someone's sunshine, you know, and dang it, I forgot what. No, was it? What did I say? One week it was like comparison is the thief of joy.
Thief of joy, yeah.
Yep. Dang it, and I had a really good one. Now I can't think of it.
Well, all
Bummer.
right.
Sorry.
I don't have one on the back burner. No. So I think outside of that, someone step up and give us some cool apparel.
Oh,
That's the thought-provoking thing.
shoot. Here's another thing that I just had seen it. Someone's like, "Are these the coolest AB jerseys out there right now?" I was like, "Oh,
So we're actually seeing some cool stuff coming out.
well, okay." There's a boring jersey, and then there's like, I don't know how cool those are.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not going to say they suck, but they're not good. Like, I mean, they're good, but nothing screams like nobody outside of disc golf is going to buy something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah.
do you agree or?
Well, I think it's because no one outside of disc golf knows a disc golf.
Well, yeah, that's probably true, but
yeah, I don't know.
but I see. I mean, like, you think about those. I just think of Baseball 101. I think is what it's called, or
Okay.
whatever, Baseball Life or Baseball
Yeah.
for Life or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
whatever the brand is. And I think about that, like, and I see those shorts every freaking wear, and like that probably don't play baseball. They're just
Yeah.
really cool,
Right.
You know. So, but that's all right. So yeah, there you go. Step up your game, apparel in disc golf. All right,
Maybe
well,
someone will call us out
right, exactly.
Yeah.
I hope someone does because I would like to see some cool stuff.
or send it our way so we can assess.
Yeah, exactly. We are not opposed to bribery or sponsorship. Bribery, better.
Yeah.
Bribery. Then we're not on the hook for anything.
Yep. Right.
All right. With that being said, I guess keep it subpar. We haven't said that in a while. And then obviously deuces
Yeah.
in the toilet. Peace out.